This is the first time I've ever done this, and I've already reviewed the original product, and now I'm reviewing the upgraded version of the same product. So the product we're looking at today is the Topside Dual Carbon. That is it right there. She is absolutely gorgeous. Now, this was put together by TVC, the Vapor Chronicles, and DrovtheShame. So it's the same company, obviously the same creator of the original Topside, but they made some changes to it. And the two big things that were changed on this mod. One, they went with a different chassis. So instead of the original chassis, they went with it is a carbon fiber, hence the name carbon, and resin, 90% carbon and 10% resin chassis, which, as you can see here, is absolutely gorgeous. There's a video on TVC's channel how they do this. They actually put it together into kind of like a compost and then put it into a machine, and it presses it into this actual shape. The cool thing about it is with the new chassis for it is they're all different. So every single one is actually original, and every single one varies a little bit. Now it does come in different colors. So I have the red one, but it also comes in white, black, and magenta. So here is what the red one looks like. Another really, really great thing about it is it has a matching button. Look at that there. So the button actually matches your chassis. How cool is that? So the other thing about this, you can't really make an upgraded or a higher, I don't want to say high end, but a higher end mod without upgrading your chip. So what they decided to do is they went with a Yeehee chip. So not only did they get the name recognition of Yeehee, but they got a fantastic chip. And it's not your typical Yeehee. If you have any of the SX class, whether it's the Mini or any of the other ones that they make, you'll realize quickly that it's not the same complex, there's Waylon. Not the same complex, complicated chip that is in those. It doesn't have a joystick. It just has a 3-button setup, which I'll show you on the down low. So there's no joystick here to have to move around and do things like that to control your screen. It does give you some great options, though. I mean, you get your power, your temp, and things of that nature, and also some other thing, puff counter and things of that nature that you get with your regular Yeehee devices. So without further ado, let's take it down to the table, and I will show you what comes with the device, and I'll show you, and we'll talk a little bit about the device. So here we go. Let me get this position correctly. Down low. Oh, that went quick. Look at me. Go, Scott, go. All right, guys. So again, we are looking at the Topside Dual Carbon by TVC and DrovtheShame. So here's the outer box here. Really, really nice presentation of the mod. Just comes in this nice black box, nothing on it but the stuff on the front there. That does come with an instruction manual. You do not see it here because I don't know what I did with it. I actually took it out to read it and I couldn't find it after that. Gives you an extra bottle and the holder that the bottle comes with. So you get 2 bottles. One is a smoked, and then this one, the second one they give you, is white. Also give you a USB mini cord here that is going to be for your upgrades and things of that nature. So the software is upgradable like most Yeehee. And it gives you something really, really cool. So this is actually a piece of the carbon fiber resin that they used for your chassis. So very cool. I think it's a nice touch, something that certainly it's kind of neat to have it, just to have a little piece of it here. I think it's really, really neat. And one thing you'll notice about this shit is so durable, it's not even funny. One of the big things about this mod is it is extremely durable. I mean, I've been using it now for over a week, and I have not had any kind of problems. So let's take it down just a touch here. So here is the actual mod. Fine tune that in. There we go. So here it is. Looking at a typical 5 to 200 watt range on it. You got the ohm resistance goes down to 0.1, it says, but it actually goes down below that. I believe I have I got a 0.09 build on it. I believe it goes down to 0.05, and it'll go all the way up to 3.5 ohms, and it has a max volt output of 8 volts. You can do, so it's software upgradable. You can do nickel, titanium, stainless steel. You can do temperature mode up to 572 in Fahrenheit and 300 in Celsius. So let's take a look at this nice, clear, beautiful screen, which I'm really impressed with the way the screen looks here. First off, the screen's almost an inch tall. So it's a really tall, nice, visible screen. Let me get that tuned in. There we go. Right here, I got it in power mode, but it's really, really easy to navigate. What you're going to do to navigate through this here, just going to click it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That'll give you your system. Let's see if I can get that in tuned in just a little bit. Hard to see with this camera. Oh, it's not going to show up. So let's see if I can turn it. There we go. System. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. System, brightness, stats, and exit. One thing about it here, to turn it off, you're going to actually have to do it from the system screen. So to turn it off, you would go here, you'd click your third button here to get it to system, and that's where you would turn it off. That's kind of a pain. I'm not really a big fan of that. I like the DovPo original where you can just click it 5 times and turn it off. But one thing you can do is you can click it 3 times to lock it. So right there it's locked, so you can't press any buttons on it anyway, and it's pretty much like being powered off for the most part. There we go. There also you got your stats, which is going to give you your actual puff count on it. And then the last thing there is exit. So you also have a couple different options here. To change your wattage, you're going to use this third button to select it. And then you can go up and down here. Goes up by half up to 100 and then goes up by 1. You can change it to joule. It goes up to, I believe it goes to 120 joules. Which I actually really like vaping in joule mode. You can go to your temperature control mode. Down here, you can't see it, but it says nickel, and you can go down here and change it to stainless steel or titanium, whatever you want to do. And then it goes back to wattage mode. So, again, super easy to navigate, super easy to use, which I think is a huge, huge plus for this. Side here, you got your upgrade door for your micro USB. The top here, I don't want to take this off because I do have it loaded, so I don't want to, or I do have juice in it. One change that he did make is he changed the 510. If you do it, I did a stare and compare of this versus my regular Topside. One thing I noticed is he kind of cleaned up the 510 here, and it's actually black instead of the white as it originally was. Also, on the original, it said dual Topside, so it doesn't say that anymore either. Just kind of made it a little bit more sleek and a little bit more clean. Same 10 milliliter bottle. All the bottles are interchangeable, so you could actually use this bottle on the Topside original, or you could use it in the other Topside dual. On the side here, the only insignia that it has on it here, it says carbon, just signifying that this is the Topside carbon. So aside from that, it is a very sleek, clean device. And again, look at the matching button there. How nice that is. Matches with that chassis. Isn't that gorgeous? I think it's absolutely gorgeous, man. I wish I still have my plastic on my screen. I never take it off, but there's a plastic on the screen that you can leave on there or take off. That's why it looks a little scratched or whatever. It's because that plastic is on there. Battery door is a little bit different and a little bit more hefty. So battery, it still has a magnet on it here, just like the other one did. So you can put your top of your bottle if you wanted to. You can stick it to your door here. Or you could put a battery and hold it while you're putting your batteries in. Indications of the battery is clearly marked right there. You have your negative and your positive side clearly marked on there. Gold-plated contacts. And again, you'll notice here when you use it, this is a lot more sturdy than the original Topside dual, which is one of the things on the Topside dual that I was kind of taken back by, was it seemed like it was flimsy, although I have used it now for over 6 months and I haven't had any problem with it. One of the things about this device that I did find as a little bit of a drawback is this battery door here can be a little finicky. You do have to push fairly hard on it and push it in there. It's a little bit different. Like I said, it's a little bit more heavy duty and a little bit bigger, but it sits in there nice against the bottle, and I think it looks really nice. I like the black against the red there. I think that's super fucking sexy. So that is the the Topside Carbon. So let's bring it back up top. Not a whole lot. I'm not going to go over a lot of the dimension. Well, a lot of it because it's really the same as the Topside Dual. So there's really not a whole lot to go over as far as the functionality of it. Aside from that, it is a different chip and it has a different chassis. So like I said before, in order to really have an upgraded product, you really want to concentrate on two things. One, the look of it and the function of it, the biggest function of it being, of course, the chip. And that's what he does. He goes out and gets Yeehee, which is a huge name, obviously, in vaping and in chips in general. And I mean, that's a home run to me. So that's a huge, huge positive. So I used the Topside Dual since January. It has been the only mod that I have really used other than the ones that I was testing. And then I pretty much use a mechanical mod about every day, just depending on which one I want to use. I have several. But my stay, the thing that I've always come back to has been my regular Topside. When the Topside Dual came out, I was super excited. And quite frankly, it was the only mod I was planning on buying this year. I kind of got out of the habit of buying a lot of mods, and I used to be really bad at always wanting the new one and always buying the new one, but I kind of got out of that habit just for money wise, and I decided that the only mod I was going to actually spend money on this year was going to be the Topside Dual. I did not have to do that because Stephen Garlington actually sent me this as a gift. So Stephen, thank you so much for sending this to me. I love you, man. It's an awesome gift. Could not have asked for anything better. I'm a little biased, I'm going to tell you right from the get, because I do think the Topside Dual is the best mod of this year. And with an upgrade to it, something like this, the only thing it could possibly do really is either hit it out of the park or be a letdown. So let me tell you right from the beginning, when I got it, I took it out of the box. When I first saw it, I was impressed by it, but I wasn't really overwhelmed until I actually got it. The feel of it, the durability of it, the look of it, everything, once it's in your hand and you can actually sit and look at it, you really come to appreciate how awesome and beautiful this mod is. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the cons and the pros of this mod. We'll start with the cons. The battery door. So the battery door is a little different than the original one. I am nitpicking the shit out of it because I had to find a con. Battery door to me was a little bit of a pain in the ass. When I first tried it, I was used to the other one. I'd only used the other one. So it was a little bit harder to close than the original. That is not really a con. That's really me learning how to use the battery door, but I got to have something. I can't just say everything's perfect. The other con of it is very subjective, okay? And the other con, I'm going to explain to you why. It's really not a con, but it's something I want to mention. The original Topside is in your $80 range. Now, this one is going to be almost double that. It's in the $150 range. I saw it today for $149.99. So you're doubling down in buying this mod. With it being the same type mod, is it worth it? Well, I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, it is worth being double, and the reason being is okay, so let me start out from saying this. The reason being that this is worth it is that the dual 18650 squonker market is not that big. So you're really only going up against a couple different devices. And this, honestly, to me, blows the other devices away. Absolutely blows them away. There's nothing else that really compares to it. And I include in that the Boxer and the Rebel. I include both of those in there, which are another $150 more than this one, or at least $100 more than this one. So I include all the ones made plus the Rebel and the Boxer. Against this, I put this ahead of it. So is it worth $150 with the upgraded carbon fiber resin and the Yeehee chip? I think it is. And I'll tell you this also, is I think this carbon fiber resin mix chassis is going to be huge. It's going to be huge in our market. You're going to be seeing mods come out with this on it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's durable. I can't see other companies not following suit and doing this. So another pro for this device, or a pro for this device, is the innovation. Not only is it a top fill squonk mod, dual battery 18650, but it's come up with something different as far as the chassis and the look of it, and I think it's going to catch on and really shoot fire through the market. Other pros on this: one, it's a Topside Dual. It's a Topside Dual. I mean, it's pretty much my favorite mod, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. The Topside Dual is a home run. It's an absolute home run. So is the Topside. So right out of the gate, one of the positives of this is it's a Topside Dual. Same functionality of the original Topside Dual. the durability of it. The durability of it is actually second to none. I mean, this thing has no scratches on it or anything. I'm not going to take it outside and throw it against the wall because I don't want to damage it, but it has no visible wear from using it over a week. What will it look like in about, I don't know, 6 months? I know my original Topside looks fantastic after 6 months, and this one is more durable than that. Innovation, which I already mentioned, is a huge, and the ease of use is through the roof. So he gets the Yeehee chip, and instead of sticking with the original Yeehee chip that is a little bit complicated and kind of be a pain in the ass, they modify it to make it more easy and a much better user experience, in my opinion, for the device. Absolutely phenomenal. If I were to rate this mod on a scale of poor all the way to excellent, I give this an excellent rating. I think, quite frankly, the only thing I will say is this is an excellent rating for a mod. The one thing about it is $150. But I think it's worth every penny. And I think if you look at the other, like I said, look at the other dual 18650 Squonker mods on the market. Look at the price of those. You have a DNA one, the gosh, what's the boxy one? It's like a DNA. That one's like $200 out the door. And you look at the Rebels. The Rebels are $250. You look at the, or actually, they're like almost $300 for the dual 18650 Squonk mod. You look at the Boxer right there. It's also at like $300. This is a better mod than those two mods. Reason being is the damn juice is separated from the batteries and your chip and your board. So you're not going to end up getting juice in it like everybody does in their Rebel and in their Boxer. At least I did. The ones that I had two, and the exact same thing happened. So it is a better functioning and made mod than those two. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you will definitely go out and check out the Topside carbon. It's absolutely fantastic. For more information on it, I can't put any links, but you can always look on the DroptheShame website. You can also, they have them at Elephant Vape and DNA Vapor as well. So check those out and you can find out more information. Thanks everybody for watching. If you're not subscribed to this channel, it'd be a good idea to subscribe because it's a fantastic channel. You'll get a lot more of me, which is really awesome. You're going to love that. A fantastic chat. We do a daily show every single day. Well, except Thursday, but we do a show 5 o'clock every day, Vape at 5. You can be part of the Black Cat fam. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you soon